It's your boy Z. Hey, I've been letting that thing just kind of flip. It's your boy Z. Do it to life for life. Do it to you. Do it to 2021. A whole year of mental breast cancer awareness and personal growth. Today is Tuesday, which is the one thing. What I do on Tuesdays, I listen to the One Thing podcast yesterday, recap what I heard yesterday, and also listen to the One Thing book today and try to implement some One Things techniques throughout my entire day, right? So let's start with yesterday. Mm, Yesterday, they had a guy on there. His thing was budgeting. I think the name of his book was You Needed a Budget. And he was all talking about living within your means of a budget, you and your spouse being on the same page. One of the main things I got out of that, that I need to be paying more attention, or do I? Because I'm torn between the 2 points, right? I'm trying to work on the one thing, so that I need to beef up on my delegation. So if I'm not going to pay attention to my finances, then I need to have someone else pay attention to my finances. In these other areas, all this tracking stuff. Remember, I talked to you on Monday about this tracking. The tracking in my mind, the reason a lot of people don't want I think a lot of people don't want to track, because I think that I'm similar to a lot of other people, right? I'm thinking that the reason that we don't like to track because we don't want to. We like to live with the delusion that we're not that far off track. That if we start tracking, then it may reveal something about our ego, that our ego is not as strong or as vibrant as it said it is. Because then you have proof on paper. That's why I think. That's why I know I don't like to track in certain areas, and then that's why I think most people, you may not like to track. So now you know why you don't like to track. Because it all boiled down to these four agreements and this ego. Still in my pocket. Mm. So you see what I'm saying? So that's what he was talking about yesterday by him and his wife. He said he had like 6 or 7 kids, so you know they had to be on a budget. But he was able to share what he had, and it was interesting because he had something that he thought that he had a little value with it, right? A little value. I don't know why my eyes itching. Had a little value with it, and decided to share it for a small profit, you know, and then it just kind of took off from there. You know, took inventory of what you had in stock. What do I have is what he kind of said. Well, like, hey, we got this little spreadsheet we've been working. Maybe we could maybe sell it or share it with somebody for a small fee or whatever. And he said it just took off from there because he wanted his wife to stay at home with the kids, and he was asking the questions: how can we make this work on one salary? How can we make this work? Is there any other way to kind of come up with resources? And boom, it came up. And that's what we got to do. It's all about questions, all about getting back into the question. You know, the question's been drummed out. A lot of us growing up, now we going back. This is the revitalization of questions and going for that no. Yeah, I went for some no's today, deliberately, and those no's were. I didn't work my plan the way I wanted to work my plan today. Because remember, yesterday I had real. I listened to the one thing on the way to work about the thieves of productivity. I listened to those, and I was supposed to be going to work and revitalize and revamp my 411. But then my manager came in the meeting, guess what? And he said, hey, look, y'all need to have more hustle on this bustle. My numbers aren't where they need to be. So I deviated from the plan, right? And so got too many choices. So I think tomorrow what I do when I go into work, I'm gonna take a chill pill early, right? Because so my mind don't go all over the place, and then I need to sit down. I just I just hadn't really committed, right? Because we still got other projects that we're thinking about doing. They're still consuming a lot of time, a lot of brain power, a lot of energy. And I was talking to another part of me, a new part of me. It was a new part of me. We just hired a new guy, and he seems very attentive, understand. I mean, he's probably at a point in his life. He's kind of older, been into some upper level management, so he understands critical thinking and stuff like that. And I've been sharing one thing with him, and he's been very receptive. But like I said, you know, it makes sense, but can you do it, right? Can you do it? And so that's going to be the key thing. It makes sense, but can you do it? So I didn't do my revamp of my 411. Guess why? Guess why? It was beautiful. Just like I'm thinking, right? I'm saying, shoot, man, that'd be nice if it's just one sheet. But then I got to typing in there and said, let me just download a fresh one. I'm going to white it out. And boom, guess what I saw? Already been done. Got it combined. Got one on one, personal 411, work 411, and combined. Boom. I just happened at the time download the combine and thought that was it. But no, it wasn't. They already answered the question. So I did. I think I printed some of those out. I did print those out. So I did do something right. I didn't fill them out. I printed them out. So I printed them out. I got to get back into my time block. See, I was off my time schedule. I was running on my heels all day, right? I never took that time to go back and work my time block. Therefore, I didn't get some of the important stuff done. Didn't do it. Didn't get done. You know, and so it just didn't get done, right? Y'all know what this rocking back and forth means, right? You know what it means, right? I mean, there's no excuses. But I can see where it was. I didn't do my time block. And that's the beauty of having this thing working it out every single day. Now, tomorrow is going to be seeking. So, I'm going to be seeking for more answers. That's going into diving in deeper, understanding this 411 and also how to kind of be more efficient and curtail this thing. I think this tracking is the way to go. It kind of brings everything top of mind, have a relationship with the goals. I got to get into my lead conversion. My lead generation is off the chart. It's my lead conversions. The only way I'm be able to do this is I gotta beef up on my delegation. It's just it. I just gotta beef up on my delegation. And the only reason I hadn't really beefed up is because the ego, right? So somebody got to see. My boss man always said, he always said at the beginning, he said, ask for help, man. Go ahead, you're going to look stupid. You think you're going to look stupid. You may look stupid for the moment, but who are you fooling? Who is the stupid one if you ain't got money if you ain't making money to pay your bills? Would you rather look stupid and pay your bills or not look stupid and not pay your bills and still end up looking stupid? You see that? You still gonna end up looking stupid. That's still coming. You're not. That's the mind that kind of tricks you to think that it's not gonna come. It's still coming. It's just when it's coming. You just shuffling it around, but it's inevitable. The dominoes will fall. This right here is a domino. It's gonna fall on stupid. Not on stupid, on looking stupid or perceived to look stupid because it's just the ego thinking all this stuff up. We don't want to look stupid. And they used to ask nobody for no help, and he's telling nobody to do this, and they used to stand on nobody. But that's another part of me that I got to work out. I got to work out how to apply the pressure, how to delegate and apply the pressure. Because people want pressure. They want it. Everybody want a little bit of pressure. Guess what? It was a study done on babies, right? When babies were first born, these babies, the mortality rate of these babies in these hospitals, I forget what the study was, but what they did, they got these grandmamas to come into the hospital. I guess it was abandoned babies or something like that, where they got these grandmamas to come in to hold and squeeze these babies, right? Or when the baby first come out, they still wrap the babies up real tight as if they was in the womb. See what I'm saying? So we crave the pressure. We crave it. We need some type of pressure. I know when I'm going to sleep, I like to have a little pressure on my feet. So I put a pillow down there, stick my feet under the pillow. Somebody like nice hugs. Even if it's the pressure of a cat walking on your back or the goats, right? I like the little goat exercises, right? I hadn't done it yet, but it looked fun. Have your baby walking on your back. That pressure, we need that pressure. Mentally and physically. So, So since I know they need the pressure, I got to start applying some pressure because I'm depriving them. It's a good way of looking at it. It's your boy Obz here. Do it to life for life. Do it to you. Guess what? Today was the one thing. Man, still ain't got the nerve to cut those other things off because they so good. But I'm trying to sell myself. I'm trying to sell myself on cutting this off. I'm trying to sell as many parts of me if I possibly can on the fact of cutting that off. Getting down to the one thing. Simplification. Focus. We'll see how it goes. Day 135, we're going to see how it goes on day 136.